Yo, welcome to another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K Sap. And today, man, we got a great show lined up for you guys. But when you come across the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you got your post notifications on so you know every time Simply Ball Dropping drops another hot banger. And if this is your first time coming across the channel and the platform, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, share the video out, like the video, and post your comment. On this channel, we cover sports, hot topics, roundtable talk, and the marriage chronicles. I see everybody in the comments section. Hashtag salute. And you know what my mantra is. Tell a friend to tell a friend. It might not be for you, but it might be for them. For today's show, man, we got to talk about what's going on up in Boulder, Colorado. Colorado Buffaloes have dropped to 4-7 on the season, and it looks like there's a little turmoil going on within the organization, within that locker room, and with some of the players. Colorado started the season off hot. They was 3-0. They was, on a win streak. Deion Sanders and his coaching staff and the players was quieting the naysayers, and then all of a sudden they took a few losses on a couple games that the Oregon game and the USC game, they wasn't expecting to win them games. They competed, but the Oregon game, they got dismantled. USC, they made it a game late, and like I've always stated, one of the worst losses that they took this year was against the Stanford Cardinals. They had that game 29-0 leading into the third quarter, and they let that lead slip away and lost in the double overtime. That was one of the grueling losses that they took, and I think that was a setback for that organization and that squad. But now things are unraveling. A lot of media outlets are, giving Deion Sanders a hard time, his coaching style and what he's trying to convey to these kids. And, Deion has did a great job turning that program around, from a 1-11 season last year. Now they're 4-7. Got a chance to go 5-7. Still will be last in the Pac-12. It's been some trying times for Deion, and he said in this last loss to Washington State, he basically said that this is probably one of the worst stretches in his life that he's been going through. But Deion, he perseveres over a lot of things, with the medical problems that he's been going through with the blood clots, the amputation of his toes, the multiple surgeries, but he's a fighter. So he'll get through this as well. But like he said, he's missing a few pieces, but he's trying to turn that program around, and I think he's done a great job. But now it seems like some of the players are trying to turn their back on Deion Sanders. I don't know if you guys know Kavosiey Smoke. He was a transfer running back from Kentucky. He played 5 years at Kentucky, extra year because of the COVID year. He got an extra year of eligibility, and he transferred to Colorado. But with Kentucky, in 5 years, he only had over 1,500 yards rushing. So he transferred to Colorado, thought he was going to be a major impact and to showcase his skills, but things just haven't panned out the way that he wanted them to pan out. He was relegated to basically special teams. He's a special teams guy. He's only had 2 carries for Colorado. But he took to his Twitter to voice some of his displeasures, talking about Colorado could have had a different season if guys wasn't so selfish. I don't know if he's taking a shot at the coaches or the players. I mean, we got to read this for what it is, but he took to his Twitter X account and he said some things that was eye-raising. It's some things that you need to keep in-house. You don't put all your dirty laundry out. It's already speculations about, Deion Sanders, celebrity ways, the attention that Colorado gets. Like I stated, what Jay Norvell said about ESPN hyping Colorado up and just trying to ride the story. And things just ain't went well for Coach Prime in these last couple weeks. So now, you add insult to injury, you pouring salt on the wound. And one of their players spoke out. He went to his Twitter X account, and this is what he said. Kavosiey Smoke calls out Deion Sanders and the coaches over selfish play. Seems like he is talking directly about Shedeur Sanders. He said, simple fact, bruh, we could have went undefeated this year. Too much selfish ball going on, man. Can't win like that. Got to play and win as a team. But if you go the other route, you get results like this. So basically, in that first segment, is he calling out Shedeur or is he calling out the coaches? I mean, we got to decipher which one he's doing, but, he should have never went to his Twitter X account and aired out dirty laundry like that. But basically, it's turmoil. Like when there's mutiny on the ship and the ship starts sinking, it's always, finger pointing going around. So basically he went to his Twitter account and he, voiced his displeasures. But I'm not looking at it as, selfish ball. Colorado's team, the makeup that they had, they wasn't expected to win the games that was a challenge for them. Yeah, they can compete, but some of the games, facing these major colleges, they just competed, but they was overmatched, and we saw that. But the games that they should have won got out of hand. The Stanford game, they should have won that game. You know what I'm saying? These are games that they should have won that could have maybe changed their season around and gave them that bowl berth that everybody thought Colorado was going to get this year. But one game left. I think they're not bowl eligible. Still last in the Pac-12. Same way they ended up last year. But they did get 3 more victories. Hopefully they'll get 4 more victories and ride off, on a good note to start the next season off. But there's a lot of rumblings around about certain guys might hit that transfer portal. I saw reports out there. I can't cite the source, but they were saying about Travis Hunter. People might want to see him in the transfer portal, going to a school to really showcase his abilities, on a major college football team. But all in all, I think Colorado had a successful season, some ups and downs, some roller coasters, but these are things that, make you better as a person, as a coach, as a teammate, and as a player. But when you got guys turning your back on you and going to their social sites and saying these things, man, like I said, when there's mutiny on the ship, there's mutiny on the ship. But hopefully, he wasn't saying it in a negative way. Maybe he was pointing out some things. Maybe he was pointing out the obvious. Maybe he was pointing out, there was a couple guys that was being selfish. And, basically he was saying, you win as a team, you lose as a team, which is absolutely correct. You do lose as a team and then you do win as a team. So, but the point the finger at your coaches and your superstar quarterback and Shedeur Sanders, I thought that was a little outlandish, but hey, he has a right to voice his opinion. He's on the team. He knows what's going on day in and day out. And, where there's smoke, there's fire. So maybe, what he said maybe would shed some light on some things that's going on with the Colorado Buffaloes. But you guys let me know what y'all think down in the comments. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you share it out. Make sure you post your comment. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And that's going to wrap up another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K Sap. We'll catch you on the next one. Deuces.
Thanks for listening to the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share on all major platforms.
Another one.